All right. Hey, everyone. Good morning still. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hopefully, everyone is having a good day so far. Um, I want to come on here just to finish my chapters for my book, but to also just come in, check in, see how everyone is doing with their businesses. How's notary business going? Just a little chit chat. So, I am doing good. I'm doing all right. A little tired, but I'm good. I just came from the gym. Just had a little snack. It was pretty good. Um, Notary has been pretty good, honestly, lately. Earlier this month went really hard, really strong. This week was a little dead, but it's okay. Next week, just trying to finish the month strong. Um, but all in all, I cannot complain. I will not complain. But yeah, I'm here. So hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully your business is going good. Um, and if it's not going good, if it's not up to what you thought it was going to be, I would just honestly say, start thinking out of the box. Start marketing at different places. Really kind of get yourself out there because that's one of the ways that you're really going to help your business grow. And I know some of us wants to do loan signing, some of us wants to do just general notary work, but whatever one it is, there is work out there for us. People are still buying their homes. People are definitely selling their homes. And I live in a smaller town, and people are like selling. So trust me, things still need to be notarized. Things still need to be closing still need to be facilitated. So um, try to just get out there, and that's probably one of the scariest part if you're like an introvert like me, or you're real shy, you don't like talking to people, or even coming up with small talk. It can be intimidating. However, starting this business, whether you're LLC or not, like this is your business, this is your baby, this is how you're going to make money, whether it's a side hustle or part-time, whatever it is, this is how you're going to make money. And we can't always leave it up to the signing services to give us the work. um, and then again, with me being a smaller city, I may not have a lot of work coming to me. So we have to kind of get out there, hit the ground running, come up with some marketing materials. I'm not real big on giving out like was it like little treat bags or whatever. It's just not my style, and it's just something I don't really want to compromise on. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you do start building relationships with people who give you work, then that's different. But just like, hey, here you go. No, I'm not doing that. But if anything, follow up. That's one of the better ways to just say, hey, I know y'all sent me last month, but I just want to check back in again, let you know what's going on. I'm doing a discount if I get so many closings or referrals back to back. Just try to show your face often. So if in any case they need you, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go holler at her because, or him, because they're they were persistent, and I want to take a chance, and I need the help. So you just never know. So sometimes we do have to put ourselves out there to get our work. All right. So um, I am doing for the Virtual Business Book Club, The Psychology of Money. It's been a good read so far. Every every chapter is pretty short. It's probably no more than 5 or 6 pages per chapter, and the author writes really good to where everything flows. Even the chapter flows from one thing to another. Like everything is what's that word? I can't even think of it. Anyway, it flows. The book flows, and it's really good. It's a good read. So, Psychology of Money. Make sure that you all go to your libraries, check those out first. If not, just order it. Again, it's a good book. So, chapter 4. Let me get my book out for this one. Confounding Compounding. $81.5 billion of billion of Warren Buffett's $84.5 billion net worth came after his 65th birthdays. Our minds are not built to handle such absurdities. So basically, one of the things that I got from this book and a quote from him, from the author, is you don't need tremendous force to create tremendous results. And so in this chapter, he used Warren Buffett, and a lot of people know him as a really great investor. They take his advice for a lot of investing and stock picks and things like that. And now, or at least when the book came out, this was maybe 2 years ago, Warren Buffett's net worth was $84.5 billion. That's crazy, right? But how? How did he become so rich? So, something that the author touched on is that one, this man he started investing at the age of 10. The age of 10. And that just comes down to exposure, first off. Like 10, that's exposure for real. And then two, he didn't stop investing when he got to a certain number. So, not only did he receive exposure enough to start investing early, he did not stop doing something that he knew. Like he just, let me say it, consistency, discipline. Okay. Like when he got to like 100 million, he was like, he didn't say, hey, you know what, I'm about to retire. I ain't about to do this no more. I'm going out of the, my private life. Da, da, da. No, this man kept investing. He kept, investing in businesses and stocks and just growing his brand and his businesses. So basically, it was time, okay? Because I'm age 10. This man is, what, in his 80s? Come on now. Consistency, right? He didn't stop, he didn't give up, and he didn't retire. And then compound. So basically, letting all that money accrue interest. Hold on. Okay. So, so basically, he let all that money accrue over time, regardless of the recessions, regardless of like whatever was going on in the world, he let his money build up. So basically, I talked last week about chapter 3. What is enough? What number would you say is enough for you? Right? And we wouldn't know. But I bet you for most of us, if we even got to like 2 million, would you still be trying to do the same thing you're doing now? What would you do? Right? So basically, if something is good and you know it's going to accrue interest, you're going to gain money, don't touch it. Do not touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch the money. Find the right investment for you and your family and then let it sit, right? Because again, compound, compound. Let that money build up. Let that interest build up. And then see what it'll look like when you think you're about to retire. Right? When your kids are about to graduate, like, dang, that money really built up. And leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's harder to do because again, life throws us so many different things, but that's where those other streams of income come in at. All right. All right. So, chapter 5. All right. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Good investing is not necessarily about making good decisions. It's about consistently not screwing up, okay? And basically in this chapter, he talks about, he brings up a few different people who were able to get wealthy, and then people who blew that money, had no backup plan, had no other investments or anything. And then you had people or persons who, whenever something came, like the recession or anything like that, they were able to stay wealthy because they took a different route. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy. All right. So, just a few things I got from the chapter. Getting money requires taking risk, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. Now, keeping money requires humility, fear, frugality, and paying attention to trends, survival, and longevity. Right? Like, so I think for most of us who are newer to the space, coming into the entrepreneurship world, we're reading our books, we're enrolling in different courses. Like, we're really trying to be around people who've been in the game for a long time, right? And so most of us are concerned about getting wealthy. But I don't think a lot of us know how to stay wealthy. Because what I found interesting is that a lot of Black people, like, they're becoming entrepreneurs, their wealth is increasing, but still by 53, 52, we will be broke or something like that. That's the weirdest thing. So basically, they're saying we're able to accrue all this money, but something is going to happen to where we cannot keep it. So this is definitely something that we need to think about. Um, and again, that's why I said this book flows, because you can kind of go back to the last chapter, like, okay, this thing is doing good. I'm not going to touch it. So that when those times get hard, hey, we ain't broke. We still good, but we need to come up with something else where we can invest our money and start making our money back. So again, we ain't got to touch this. So, um, again, 61. Excuse me. Okay. So again, going back to Warren Buffett. So this is what the author was saying. He didn't get carried away with debt. He didn't panic and sell during the 14 recessions he's lived through. Okay. He didn't sully his business reputation. He didn't attach himself to one strategy, one worldview, or one passing trend. He looked at different trends. He's saying what's happening in the world, what changes are happening. He didn't rely on others' money. Now, a lot of people talk about this business credit, other people's money, but when you over leverage and things go bad, like a recession about to happen, and you can't pay that debt off, bankruptcy. Okay. He didn't burn himself out and quit or retire. Okay, he survived. Survival gave him longevity. Okay. So that's just one of the ways. Again, read the book. It's good. Okay. Um, again, that's how he's able to stay wealthy, and not only stay wealthy, he's still increasing his net worth. Like, yeah. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for chapter 5. Again, it was a good book. I mean, it was a good chapter. Chapter 6, almost done, guys. Tails you win. You can be I'm sorry. Tails you win. You can be wrong half the time and still make a fortune. So basically, what I got out of this is going to be pretty short. One way, and this is my way of describing this chapter, is putting your money in a lot of baskets, expecting some not to do well, some to come out with a small return, and a small percent, like those baskets that's left, come out with a huge return to where it can make your portfolio look good. So I'm gonna repeat that again because I kind of tripped up on my words. Okay. So one way of describing this chapter is putting your money in a lot of baskets, expecting some not to do well, expecting some to come out with a smaller return, but expecting a small percent to come out with a huge return. Okay. The small percent offsets the other baskets. And again, the baskets is your portfolio. You're like, you know what, I'm going to pick all of these right here. And then, you know, but I know I got some winners. And these five, my starting lineup, I know they're my winners. Other ones, hey, if something happens, that's a plus, but I'm not expecting them to bring me a high return. All right, chapter 7, freedom. Controlling your time is the highest dividend money pays. All right, so time or freedom. This is one of the main reasons why many of us have or want to become entrepreneurs or want. I'm sorry, I'm ready to go get my day started, so I'm kind of rushing through. I'm sorry. So time or freedom. This is why many of us have or wanted to become entrepreneurs. We get more time back. You know, most of us, we've been working for so long. Some of us been working since we're teenagers or since we left home, and you know we're just tired, right? And we wish we could spend more time with our families and friends and really do what we want to do. But question, how much money do you have in order to live a life like this? In order to be able to control your time, in order to be like, you know what? I'm waking up and I'm doing this, and this. I ain't gotta clock in. I ain't gotta write no blog. I ain't gotta do. How much money would you need? Again, going back to those other chapters, how much is enough for you to live the life that you want? What systems do you have in place that can give you the money, that can give you that lifestyle? It's a good question because most of us come into the business and world and like, all right, I'm able to open this business and I'm able to do what I want. No, not starting off. And when you first starting off with your business, you really got to hit the ground running. Like you got to put in work. Probably the first 5 years, you got to put in that work. So you don't get that freedom you think you're going to get until later down the line. In the beginning, you really got to hustle. So it's just something to think about. Um, so basically, regardless of your answer, we all want to do the things we want to do and to be happy. But money does help out with that idea. I mean, that's one of the having money affords certain people to live the life that they want to live. And some people they feel like they can do it. Some people don't want to do it. It really just depends on again what your freedom. What do you feel is freedom? What do you feel is success to you? You have to define that. And I feel like we're all learning that now. Since again, a lot of us are entrepreneurs. We're still pretty young and still trying to figure out the life that we want to live, the life that we want to give our families, um, and then also our accomplishments too. So it dives all up in that thing. But tomorrow I'll be back on my regular time, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, Clubhouse, as well as YouTube. As always, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share it with people. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up, and honestly, a goal of mine is to be um, monetized by the end of the year. I'm very grateful for everyone who's already subscribed to the channel. I appreciate y'all. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right, or at least just showing up and being consistent. So I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Y'all get out there, get in that sun. Y'all get active, and y'all be safe. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.